What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the Rassic brothers here, all back together. And today we're going to be doing our 2024 AFL Finals predictions. What it entails is we're each going to predict our winner and we're going to go with the majority vote. So say for the Port Geelong game, if two of us pick Port, one picks Geelong, we just go with Port. Also, we're each going to pick a margin for the winner and then we're going to calculate the average and that'll be our final prediction for each game.
Alright, so the first game of the final series is Port Adelaide versus Geelong, Thursday night footy at the Adelaide Oval.
I reckon Port.
I reckon Geelong. I think Port are due for a loss and their finals form isn't the best. I think Geelong have a lot more finals experience.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're right. I love that you're backing in the Cats.
Hope that Geelong win, but Port will
yeah,
win.
I'm a bit pessimistic about our final series this year. I think, I don't know, straight sets could be on the cards. If we lose this first final, the second week's going to be tough against a hot Bulldogs or Hawks, so yeah, I'm a bit nervous and Port really have it over us recently in finals, so yeah, we'll see what happens, but I guess our prediction's Port Adelaide.
By how much though?
Alright, well, just think of a margin if Port were to win, what you think that margin will be.
What, by 14?
I'll just get the calculator out. 14 you're saying?
It's hard to tip when you think the other team's going to win, but go 4 goals for Port.
14 plus 24, and I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go about 27 points, I'll say. Alright, so the average we came to is 21.666.
So 22
Reoccurring
points.
Yeah, so 22 points, we'll just round that up.
I reckon it's a good prediction.
Yeah, it's a good prediction, Port by 22. Could happen.
Okay, so next up is Dogs versus Hawks at the MCG and on a Friday night, and I reckon the Dogs will win this.
Dogs.
They're having a better season than Hawks.
I think, or real flip of the coin game this one, but I'm going to go Bulldogs too. I just think Hawks, although they've been unreal since starting 0-5, I think maybe the pressure of finals could just get to them a little bit, these young Hawks, so for that reason I'm going to go the Dogs.
Hawthorn have been one of the shocks of the season, but they're going to shit themselves when it comes to finals. I think the Dogs are going to have a pretty good win here. I reckon 37 points.
Wow.
Might be a big call.
Dogs.
Hate me all you want, but that's what's going to happen.
So
Dogs.
wait, 37?
Yeah.
Dogs
37.
by 26.
And I'm going to go Dogs by 11. So 25 points is our margin.
Alright.
And that's good as well.
Yep, 25.
Nice.
Alright, so 22 Port, 25 Bulldogs. So Giants, Swans qualifying final. I think the Swans are going to be too strong at home in this one.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, you too, yeah. And I'm going to say the margin is about... I'm going to go 23 points.
I'm going to say 45 points.
Sheesh.
Look, you never know, because Giants, in every final they've played Sydney, they've won against Sydney, so they can do it. And 2 of those finals were at the SCG. So I think the Giants can win, but you can't go past Sydney. They're the minor premiers. I think they're a level above the Giants at the moment, and I do think it'll be close, actually. I'm going to go Sydney by 7 points in a thriller, and yeah, they'll book a home prelim.
Alright, so 25 points. So
On
all
the
around the
dot.
same. We're all in the 20s for each of our first 3 finals predictions, but that's alright. This game, I think people are saying it's probably the most one-sided game in the final series, but in saying that, I think it could be closer than what people
Vegas.
think.
The
the
Baggers.
And the Cats as well. Collingwood were robbed of making finals. Fucking robbed.
Good job, Port, for beating Freo.
So yeah, I think Brisbane, and I'm gonna go by 15.
I'm gonna go Carlton by 5 points.
Look, I could see that too. I honestly think Carlton could pull off an upset.
If they get like Kuno back, Mackay back, TDK,
Doherty, Williams,
Like,
McGovern.
yeah, like they played well against a red hot Saints. Realistically, should have beaten them.
With all
With
of our
all of them
good
out.
players out.
So
And
you know,
I think Brisbane at the Gabba aren't as dangerous as what they were last year.
We've beaten
They
them
lost
this
to
year.
they
We've
lost
done
to
it this
Giants
year.
recently. Can't beat them opening round, and they even struggled against Essendon to put them away. So I honestly think a Carlton miracle is bound to happen here.
really,
And Brisbane's era of not winning a flag, failing to win a flag, might be coming to an end. I'm going to go the Blues in a thriller as well
Sheesh,
by
okay.
4 points, and there will be a winning goal in the last 2 minutes, I reckon, from any player on the ground for Carlton. They'll kick a winning goal in the
Ashton
remaining
Moyer.
2 minutes.
All right.
Ashton Moyer.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with the Blues by 2 then. So 2,
Oh, yeah,
5, and 4.
Yeah,
We'll go with 4 points then. All right, on the average.
4 points.
So 4 points.
Next game is Geelong Bulldogs at the G. Friday night footy, this will most likely be as well.
Hmm.
Wow, that's going to be a good game.
I know. Regardless, like if Geelong lose the first final, it's gonna be an absolute belter. The semi-final. So
Geelong Cats.
look, like I said before, I'm gonna be a bit pessimistic.
Don't want that handball. It's not a normal handball. Because I would have handballed into that.
And I'm gonna go the Bulldogs by 2 goals.
I'm going to go Geelong
Mm.
by 3 goals.
Vicky.
I'm going to go Geelong as well. I think if they do lose support, you can trust them enough to at least win one final. They've been doing it over the last 2 decades, really. And, yeah, I think they'll win pretty comfortably if they're to play the Dogs by 35 points.
Sheesh.
Alright.
If we are to win, I'm gonna go with an 8-point margin. You know,
So plus
you
8.
can see us kicking a sealer at the end. Go with 20 points. Geelong by 20. Alright.
Nice. So that leads to another semi-final. Giants, Carlton at NG Stadium on the Saturday night. For this game, I would love to see the Blues get up, but I think the Giants have been the better side this year by a decent margin. Carlton, I reckon next year is going to be their real red-hot crack at the flag. But for now, they'll get knocked out in the semi-final, I think, by 28 points.
This is going to sound biased, but
No!
I think we honestly have the Giants here. Like, we're going to have all our players back. They're going to be firing up after the win from last week. They're going to get hyped, and we're going to win by 25 points.
I hope. I do hope. But sorry, Wardy. I think the Giants, although I didn't pick them to beat Sydney, I think they are capable of making it to the prelims still and giving the flag even a real hot crack this year. So I'm going to go with the Giants.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'll go with Giants by 13 points.
Alright. I'm going to go Giants by
Unlucky.
19 points. Alright, so 20 points again. A few 20s
20
in there.
points.
We're going
Alright.
with 20 again.
We move to the prelims, and all the top 4 sides have made it according to our predictions. So, Friday night footy, Sydney, Geelong, 2022 Grand Final rematch at the SCG.
I'm going to say Sydney by 2 goals.
I'm going to say Sydney by, I'm going to go 38 points. I think, yeah, I can just see them running away with it if we're going to play them at the SCG, home crowd advantage. Wanting to get a bit of revenge on us from the past, and yeah, so I'm going to say 35. Did I say 38?
38.
Yeah, 38.
Yeah, I think this is going to
I
be
said 2 goals.
the final of the year,
Sorry,
pretty
what
much.
did you say?
I haven't said it yet,
Oh,
my margin.
cool.
I'm going to go Sydney by 4 points.
Wow.
I think they're going to have a pretty good lead for most of the game, and then the last quarter they're going to do, Geelong are going to do a Collingwood from 2022. In that prelim, they're just going to kick a bunch of goals in a row, come back, get their
Sydney.
fans' hopes up, but it'll be
So-
just too short.
By the
So to
margin,
say.
it's saying Sydney by 18.
Yeah, Sydney by 18 was our average margin, so.
Sydney are in the granny.
Mm.
So it'll be the Saturday twilight, hopefully. We love a twilight game. It'll be at the Adelaide Oval. Port versus the Giants, 2023 semi-final rematch.
Of the Giants winning this.
I feel like Port and Sydney, there's something appealing about those games. I remember that 2014, wasn't it, when they were top 2 on the ladder and they played off at the SCG.
Oh, yeah.
And
Buddy
turned it on and kicked that goal from about 70.
Yeah.
Just,
And Ollie Florent last year after the siren.
yeah,
too.
so a bit of history between the two teams. Probably 2 of the biggest clubs outside of Victoria.
I already said it.
So,
What? I'm going Port.
Port by how much?
I think this will be pretty tight, actually. I'm going to say Port by 5 points. We'll go Port by 5.
There's pros and cons for both sides in this one. It's a real arm wrestle. Half of me wants to say the Giants because I tipped them for the grand final. I tipped Sydney Giants. But I think Port Adelaide, they're due for a grand final. It's been 17 years now and Ken Hinkley hasn't done too much. He's had success, but hasn't made it to a grand final yet.
When did he come in? You know?
Like 2013 maybe. So I'm going to go Port by 9 points, and that means they're going to make it to a grand final.
I was going to say Giants
yeah.
by 16. But now I'm just going to say Port by 2 goals.
9 points is our average. Yeah.
Sydney, Port, the grand final. First interstate grand final since 06. I wasn't even born.
Yeah, and I don't remember anything about that, so yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, it's good for the aftermath. Shouldn't hear too much bragging going around, so
Yeah.
you know, and it'd be good to see. Swans haven't won it for over a decade. Port haven't won it for over 2 decades or 2 decades, so you know, it'll be a good grand
Up the
final. I wouldn't
Fowler.
mind it. Yeah, I'll be going for
We
the
got the
Wow.
power to win. Never dare say.
But in saying that, I think Sydney will win. I think they'll overcome their voodoos from the past grannies they've played in. And yeah, I think we'll see another year where the minor premier gets up. That'd be 3 in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
4.
before.
Melbourne in
Melbourne,
2021,
yeah, they
yeah.
were top, yeah. So, shows the importance of finishing top 2. I'm gonna go 22 points.
I'm gonna go with Port to win this
Oh, Port.
by
Why is that? Any reason or just a feeling?
by
You lost it.
by 22. Port by 22.
So,
The
22 as
opposite,
well.
yeah.
Alright, it comes
did you
down
say
to
22?
this.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's going to be Sydney in a pretty easy win. I reckon 7 goals, 42 points.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
That's
see
it.
Port winning it this year.
Well,
Yeah, I feel
I'll
like
just say
Sydney will be
Sydney
too
by
strong.
22 then.
Yeah, like Port have. Who do Port have? Like players that have played in Grannies before? Anyone?
Boak in 07 maybe.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe Boak in
Who
07.
else would they have? No one really.
How's Boak still kicking? Like
Willie Rioli? He won a flag, Willie Rioli.
Oh yeah, Willie Rioli. Yeah,
He
true.
got
So,
robbed.
yeah, but
2018.
yeah. So alright, well, going off our average. So what you said, 42, 29 points is our average for that one. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon, and go Cats in these final series, and Blues as well for you, Bob.
Up the Tigers.
Huh?